Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Chicago Bulls 2022 NBA trade deadline plans. Also, some huge updates on the whole Jerami Grant trade rumors that have been going on for months now. Some potential trade targets, buyout targets, and just some names to watch around the NBA trade deadline. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you guys don't miss out on any future videos. Also, leave a quick like on today's video. It takes a second, helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video talking about the Bulls trade deadline plans and who you guys would want the Chicago Bulls to target at the NBA trade deadline. So let's just jump right into today's video. This is kind of a new video that I plan to do once a year on the channel, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And as I'm recording and editing this video, the NBA trade deadline is about 2 weeks away. The trade deadline in the NBA is Thursday, February 10th. I feel like for this whole season, there's been so much trade rumors and so much talk surrounding the Chicago Bulls. Even some Bulls insiders have been expecting the Chicago Bulls to be active at the trade deadline, maybe even trade Coby White. The rumors have been crazy for this whole season. I mean, this whole NBA season has been crazy with the amount of injuries and players getting COVID, especially with the Chicago Bulls as of right now. And it wouldn't surprise me because of all the injuries that the Chicago Bulls are going through right now. The Bulls are just quiet at the NBA trade deadline. Bleacher Report did put out this article just the other day. It was pretty much just a blueprint of the Chicago Bulls, like options and plans for this upcoming trade deadline. And before I jump into this article and many more articles and news, definitely let me know below today's video what you guys would want the Chicago Bulls to do at the NBA trade deadline. And Bleacher Report did list the Bulls' 3 options. And the first option for the Chicago Bulls would to be put future plans on hold for present upgrades. That would mean trading Coby White or Patrick Williams to try and go all in and win a championship. Or Bleacher Report did list option 2, swing big for a two-way swingman. I'm going to be honest, I don't understand that. I know there was some reports about a month or two ago how the Bulls are expected, or how there's been some talks about how they want to add a small forward at the NBA trade deadline. I didn't believe that rumor. It just doesn't make much sense in my opinion. And the third option Bleacher Report did list was to add some interior big man, and that's the option I'd go with. I feel like the Bulls are missing a power forward or a backup center for this roster. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about those options that Bleacher Report did list. Also, just a quick little update on the whole Jerami Grant situation. Like I said earlier in today's video, I know a lot of Bulls fans want the Bulls to trade Patrick Williams and or Coby White to go all in to try and win a championship and try and trade for Jerami Grant. Huge shout out to Daniel Greenberg for putting this tweet out. And he did say that I have been hearing that the Pistons are holding out on the whole Jerami Grant trade, hoping that the Chicago Bulls are going to come back and give in and give Patrick Williams back in a deal for Jerami Grant at the NBA trade deadline. And let me just say, I've talked about Jerami Grant for months now. I do believe he'd fit in amazing with this roster. I believe he'd fit great next to Vucevic at the power forward position. I feel like he's a really good rebounder, solid defender, solid scorer that would just help the Bulls instantly. But I do hesitate giving the Pistons Coby White or Patrick Williams, especially with Coby White playing amazing basketball as of late. And a few days after that news and that tweet did come out, Daniel Greenberg did put out another tweet. And he said, according to Jake Fisher from Bleacher Report, the Chicago Bulls continue to explore ways to trade for Jerami Grant, but without giving up Patrick Williams. And that made sense to me. I mean, that was Arturas' baby pretty much. That was the first draft pick Arturas drafted in his time working for the Chicago Bulls. So it does make sense why Arturas would not just want to give up on Patrick Williams. So definitely let me know below today's video if you guys would want the Chicago Bulls to trade for Jerami Grant. I know that whole situation and the fan base has kind of been 50-50 split on that. I would love to get Jerami Grant, but there's been a lot of drama surrounding his name as well. There's been some rumors about how he wants to get paid a lot of money next offseason. Also, how he doesn't want to be a second or third option on an NBA team. Who knows if that's true, though. There's always rumors going around the NBA. And just the other day, Bleacher Report did put out another article, and it was every NBA team's top 3 trade deadline targets. And for the Chicago Bulls, they had 3 targets. The dream target being Jerami Grant, of course. I feel like he is the biggest name connected to the Chicago Bulls. They then listed the realistic trade target in Larry Nance from the Portland Trail Blazers. I do believe he'd fit in great. I still wish we could have got him back, maybe rather than Derrick Jones Jr. I love Derrick Jones Jr., but it would be nice to have a big man like Larry Nance actually play the power forward and center position at times for the Bulls. And the sneaky trade target would be Nicholas Batum from the Clippers. You know, the funny part about all this, I've made many videos talking about all these guys in the past. And with the Bulls having limited trade assets after pretty much trading and flipping this whole roster last offseason and at last year's trade deadline, it's going to be hard to get any of these players. And Jerami Grant is obviously going to cost either Patrick Williams or Coby White, plus probably other players and draft picks. You know, Green would fit amazing at the team's power forward position, in my opinion. Larry Nance could be a steal if the Blazers do decide to just rebuild this season and blow it up. The Blazers have really struggled. I really feel bad for them. It does suck that the Bulls are more than likely going to lose their draft pick for this upcoming season. You know, Nicholas Batum, he's not the big name. He's not the sexy trade or anything like that, but he would be a solid multi-positional defender who does a little bit of everything, and I feel like he could thrive playing next to the stars that the Chicago Bulls do have. He's also a very good three-point shooter, especially out of the three that I just listed, shooting about 41% from deep, and he only makes about $3 million per season, so he could fit into the Bulls trade exception piece that the Bulls did get from the Daniel Tice trade. But in my opinion, the best bet for the Chicago Bulls, especially dealing with all the injuries that they are right now, I feel like we just stand pat at the trade deadline and hope someone does get bought out after the NBA trade deadline. You know, I've made many videos talking about some potential buyout targets and names, but I'll make sure to throw up this list again. I mean, Tristan Thompson could get bought out. Derek Favors, Robin Lopez, Gorgie Dane is definitely interesting. Paul Millsap, if the Nets do decide to trade him or cut them, who knows what's really going on with that situation as of right now. Plus potentially others after NBA trades do go down after the trade deadline. You know, all 5 of the names I just listed are unrestricted free agents for this season that are playing on potential tanking teams, so it does make sense if any of them do get bought out. I've pretty much made videos talking about all those past guys and all these, I'd say, trade targets or potential trade targets, so definitely check out my past videos if you guys missed them. I went more into breaking it down and such, but in today's video I just wanted to recap and just talk about all the names and the targets. In my opinion, it just made sense for the Bulls to stand pat and hopefully someone gets bought out, especially dealing with all the Lonzo Ball, Caruso injuries, Patrick Williams, and everyone else like that. I swear the Bulls are always having the injury bug, and these players are just dropping like flies. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was just a quick little recap of all the rumors and potential targets for the Chicago Bulls. Definitely let me know below today's video what you guys want the Bulls to do at the trade deadline. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.